quick video on my way back after being given a week off for showing a video that I guess showed a Sunman on Asian violence and something like that. And they go, oh, you can't show violence on YouTube. It's a week off. You go, oh, I thought YouTube was YouTube. You know, your video tube. YouTube, you show. Oh no, you can't show violence if it shows the wrong narrative. Oh, okay. So YouTube is nothing more than propaganda. Yeah, I mean, it's a useful tool as long as you can use it. Then after that, it has a wide audience. You got to use it while you can. So anyway, here's your daily reminder that the state will not protect you. In fact, the state will prevent you from saving your own kids. Now, here's the analogy I want to use is 9/11, where I think 9/11 would have a hard time happening again. Where if you got a bunch of gentlemen from Saudi Arabia, right? They might have been from Saudi Arabia, but I think I don't know if they were plotted. This whole thing was plotted. What are you talking about? It wasn't plotted in Saudi Arabia. It wasn't plotted in the Middle East. No, I didn't say it wasn't plotted in the Middle East. I just said it probably wasn't plotted in a Muslim country in the Middle East. Anyway, so I wouldn't think that would happen again, because if you had these gentlemen, you know, next Muhammad's aboard an airplane with, say, they smuggle in ceramic stuff. Guys on the plane were looking at him like, oh, we're going to die 100%. We have to get up and swarm the guy and just swarm him and delete him. No, we don't need tape to tie him up. We're going to kill him. Because you would see that it's a math equation, but on one side of the equation is absolute death for everyone aboard the plane. It's like, okay, give me your sweatshirt, your shirt, start putting some clothes on. Wrap your left arm in some jackets if you can, and use that as a shield to take the knife away, and just swarm the guy and just break his neck or choke him out. So 911 is going to have a hard time happening again because people will realize there's no alternative. So the next thing is when you have police who go to respond now after respond to a scene, and people see that they're standing around doing absolute fuck all, you're just going to run in. And like the police literally can't stop you all. It's like, oh, we shot the parents, we pepper sprayed and tased some parents, and we shot the rest. So that makes it like if the police aren't doing anything while somebody is committing crime, and the police are preventing other people from stopping the criminal, then the police become the terrorists. Now in this case, it's like people go, this glows from orbit. It might. I'm not arguing. I'm every year that goes by, I look more and more at those conspiracy theories and realize, oh, we saw there's some truth to all these things. But with this, you never want to ascribe intent to something that can be explained by incompetence. And a lot of these, but though the intent if you have poorly trained police departments, it's like, well, that's intent, but it's just a step removed. It's intent to make incompetent police. So like at the lower level, these useful idiot puppets, were they intended to do some kind of glow ops? Probably not. They're probably just incompetent. So post 99 Columbine, the rules federal guidelines is though they're only guidelines, like the Supreme Court has said, the police 10th Amendment, state police powers under which the police get their authority from. The state gets its authority to appoint police. There's no duty of care to protect you, which is you really want to do something about imposing a duty of due care for the police in the state. Once they are enacted with the authority of the state, then they need to also be burdened with the responsibilities of the state. That came out nice. That's kind of a nice quote. Something like that, where they do have a duty of due care. They can be held civilly and criminally liable if they don't carry out that duty. So if they post Columbine, the thing is you just go in. You're a cop. You've got sidearm and mags and pepper spray and an extendable baton, and you've probably got a knife. You got everything you need, and more importantly, you got training. You got everything you need to go in and find the person who's causing harm, kill them, and then start applying first aid to the people who are harmed. That's it. One man can do that in a school. That's the federal guidelines. So what we've been seeing since '99 is that has not always been the case. In fact, there's plenty of videos of cops rolling up on scenes. They hear something inside. They're, oh, I waited for backup. Like, well, that's not the guidelines. You got one man going in there. You go in there. He's causing harm. You're the guy on the scene. Go in there. Go in. Go. And especially in a case like this recently with Salvador Ramos, the cops roll up and there's dozens of cops. People are like, you got plenty of backup. All you need is like the best backup in a small area might be like just 3 or 4 people. you can watch all corners, watch each other's backs. But if you've got one person, you go in. If you've got three people, you go in much feeling more safe. But these people you had all the people in the world. It's like, oh, you're just sitting around outside while the shots being fired inside. That violates federal guidelines. Why are you doing that? Are you incompetent, or is the guy above you pulling the strings incompetent? It's a good question, right? So my point is that in the future, she went in and got her kids out, or broke the window. And to be fair to the kids, it's like you're gonna have to this shelter in place horse shit. If like you're on the first floor and you got windows, you're just gonna have to evacuate the school. Like everything has to change in accordance with a low trust police force, a low trust nation, where you suddenly realize, oh, the police can't protect you. And not only can the police not protect you, Jesus Christ. Oh, fuck me. They'll prevent you from doing anything. And also they want to take your guns away. So they want the state, the incompetent police force, to be the only ones who are armed, and then they want the criminals to be the only ones who are armed. But they don't want you to be armed. So how does that work out? Oh, we're going to take your guns. Okay, Biden. I mean, you know Biden's not in charge. And if you're listening to this channel or Odyssey and Bit Chute, you know who is in charge. Anyway, there's another good shot of her sitting with her kids. That's a good shot. She goes in and gets her kids, and the cops who have got, all the gear in the world sit around outside and establish a perimeter and just with their thumbs up their asses. Now, is it their fault? Yeah, it is. I was gonna say, they're following orders, but so whoever's pulling the strings on that needs to be legally prosecuted, criminally prosecuted. But yeah, it is their fault because they know the federal guidelines. And there's you got a situation where you have one cop breaking the law, either the Fourth Amendment, search and seizure, or Eighth Amendment, criminal unusual punishment, effectively denying somebody their due process of, attacking somebody, committing a battery on somebody that's unwarranted. And you got other cops sitting around watching it. Well, all the cops who are sitting around watching it are terrorists. And you realize, oh, we're taxpayers funding state-enforced terrorism. And listen, you need a police force. You need a sheriff's department. You need elected people who are held accountable directly to the people. You have to have some police powers in effect, especially in a low trust state. You absolutely have to have that for sure. But you need one held accountable. And like I said, I've always said on Odyssey Bit Chute, there's no solution in a multicultural state because it's the lowest of low trust combinations. Like there is no solution for that. The only solution is to separate out into different regions of high trust and low trust areas. Kind of another video, but anyway, like, comment, subscribe. See you guys all next episode.